So I've got a question for you. Go ahead and please take out your phone and take a look at how many unread emails you have. Now take a look at how many unread texts you have. I'd be willing to bet that your unread emails greatly surpasses the amount of unread texts that you have. So what we're looking at here is St. Peter's Square in 2005 when the Pope was speaking. If you look carefully on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, you'll see one person with a flip phone recording the event. Fast forward 8 years later, same exact camera angle, St. Peter's Square. I think this clearly makes the point of where mobile has already taken us. So here's some interesting stats. It's not just the millennials, Gen X, Gen Y who are texting. Trainers in the industry, I hear it all the time. They tell us dealers need to evolve their processes for this demographic is soon going to hit and dealers need to be prepared. Take a look today. The demographic 30 to 49 years of age, 94% of those folks are texting. Take a look at how household income plays a role. Household income over $75,000 a year, 88% of those folks are texting today. So the point is, texting isn't something of the future, even the near future. It's here today. It's a great way to communicate with your consumers today. To reinforce the previous data, let's take a look at phone activity versus text activity defined by demographic. Even though texting trends lower as you look at various age groups, it still has a higher count than calls for every age group, ranging from 21 to 1 with 18 to 24-year-old group, all the way down to 3 to 1 in over the 55-year age group. And most would agree that texting is growing. Text messages are read more often and are usually read very shortly after they are sent. We also know that text messaging produces engagement rates of 6 to 8 times higher than traditional emails, and that 90% of texts are read within 3 minutes. But there are dangers in one-to-one business to consumer texting. With the newest TCPA regulation, the consumer now needs to agree to text with a business, and they have to have the ability to stop the text, just like with the do not call list. Therefore, you need a system or a platform that assists with the compliance by storing all the dialogue and automatically cuts off any messages being sent after a stop message is received. Beyond compliance, managers should be able to monitor communication and follow up much like lead management systems and CRM systems do for traditional form leads. Our product for the automotive industry is called TextShield, and all communications funnel through this system. So lately we've been talking to our dealers about texting, and typically we'll ask the question, how many folks in the room are texting today? Typically we see every hand go up. We then ask who's doing it in a compliant manner, meaning is every consumer opted in? Does every text conversation have the ability for the consumer to opt out? Is the information being stored? Specifically, is it being pushed to the CRM? Typically every hand goes down. It's important to be compliant when texting consumers. For TCPA could charge up to $1,500 per infraction. Not only does TextShield have the ability to allow and store one-to-one customer-initiated text, you can also drive consumers to text via keywords and short codes. We call it the third line. Traditional advertising has a phone number and URL. By adding keyword and short code, you can not only increase engagement, but also leverage the marketing dollars you're already spending. An automated response can be sent back to the consumer from TextShield with links to more information and, if appropriate, offering the consumer the ability to engage in a text dialogue. This is a very powerful sales and marketing tool.